Let me help. Where? Greece? No, not Greece. Gene? The Near East. The Near East? Way over here? No.
It explains his point. He explains his point, but he takes it a step further.
It shows both sides of the story.
Good. It shows both sides. And what word did he use that linked those?
Ironically.
Good. The incongruity of that. Here is a snake that is like a god, a serpentine god. And yet, he is defeated by man, by the mortal. You had a question here.
What did it take to get land to distribute so rapidly and so much for Andrew Jackson? Obviously, who was on a lot of that land? Indians were on there, or Native Americans. So the issue then becomes, what happened to these Native Americans and what happened to this situation? And it's a very, very, in certain ways, sad story. Because what you get by 1812 and 1813 is finally a realization by many of the Native American tribes in the Ohio Valley, between the Ohio Valley and Mississippi, is what?
Remember that this is continuous line drawing, and what I want you to do is I want you to have your eye and your hand moving at the same speed. Go slowly and have a strong, steady line. Look at your model. If you're looking at your paper, then you're cheating. Look at the model. I don't care what they look like. You may want to draw a little bigger next time. You too. You're getting too cramped up. That's good. You're doing nicely. Get in and get the folds of clothing here too.
What happens is, all that stuff we do to protect ourselves ends up making it not better, makes it worse. Because we brace for things, and that bracing is our worst fear. I don't think this note's going to be good, so what I'm going to do is everything I can to keep it from being good by protecting ourselves. What I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to, like that first time you go off the high board, you just have to try it. And when you find out that you don't indeed die, then you can be a little bit more relaxed with it, okay? So pretend that this isn't being shown to 5,000 8th graders, okay? And. Any problem with that?
Pero tú sabes por lo menos que has tratado de hacer las dos cosas. Carey.
Pues yo tengo problemas también, entonces...
No, no es
Todos felices y con...
Carey tiene problemas también.
Ok. Yo trabajo como unos 5 días por semana. Y me
Trabaja
gusta...
en la tienda de ropa, ¿recuerdas? Sí,
And Henry had been called and titled by the Pope Defender of the Faith, which would certainly make him what kind of a Catholic? A very devout Catholic, absolutely. But circumstances revolving around his own monarchy.
In terms of like other schools and stuff, is there any other schools that have planetariums? Because I've never, like, it's the first school I've ever been to that I've even heard of having a planetarium.
Here in California, so far as I know, we're the only operating planetarium in the high school systems. Colleges have them, and several other high schools have planetariums, but they're not functioning right now. This is the only Spitz planetarium that I know of that's operating. The planetarium that we use in the school regularly here, however, is the geocentric planetarium. The geocentric planetarium, of course, shows everything that you would see on the Earth, from the center of the Earth. And the star ball, as you know, has a little small lamp in it. It's only 20 watts, very tiny thing. But when it's totally dark in here, why it illuminates the stars very, very well.
Our weekly newspaper, Highlights, which you see behind me, has been in existence since 1928 when the school opened. Our newspaper has been named All-American for the past 20 years, which is the highest honor a high school newspaper can receive. Our newspaper staff has won the on-the-spot write-off for the past 20 years, and this trophy here is the perpetual trophy that goes to the school that wins it. And that's the toughest kind of competition that a high school journalist can compete in, because they're given a live story presentation and then have 1 hour to write their story unassisted. And we're one of the few remaining high school weekly newspapers. We also produce a 360-page yearbook, which is called Watchtower. And in an on-the-spot competition, all Southern California on-the-spot competition. We won this perpetual sweepstakes trophy last year, and we beat out schools from San Diego to Ventura. And 2 years ago, we decided we didn't have enough to do, so we produced a video yearbook, which the yearbook staff also does. And the amazing story about that is our very first yearbook was picked the best high school video in the country.
I'm Kathy Layton. I've been a mathematics teacher at Beverly Hills High School for 32 years. In 1990, I received the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics Teaching. I received a free trip to Washington, D.C. to meet the President, and also $7,500 in monies to use for the high school. With that money, I've purchased a classroom set of graphing calculators, which we are using in our classroom and which the kids just really love. I'm very proud of the mathematics department and how our students perform. Our SAT scores are at the highest that they've been in the last 25 to 30 years. Our students continue to perform very well on the advanced placement exam, with 90% or more receiving a 3 or better.
Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who will be a witness for my Lord?
Oh, I'll be a witness for my Lord. I'll be a witness for my Lord. I'll be a witness for my Lord. I'll be a witness for my Lord.
I'm Joel Pressman. I'm chairman of Performing Arts at the high school, and I'm also a graduate of the Performing Arts Department, having been in the plays and the musicals and a member of the Madrigal Singers when I was in school. So it's my pleasure to talk to you about the program. Performing Arts includes music, instrumental music, and singing. It includes our theater program, which includes not only the acting classes, but a very active technical theater department with hands-on experience in building sets and designing lighting and running the shows. We also have a speech department that's part of Performing Arts. There are a lot of performance opportunities at the high school, and we invite everyone in the community to come and observe. We have concerts every semester. We have plays every semester. Presently, we're working on our production of West Side Story. The spring musical at the high school is the biggest event that goes on during the entire school year, and a lot of these kids are active in it. And we also perform off campus. Presently, the Madrigals are ready to go to a choir festival in Honolulu, Hawaii, which is going to have choirs from all over the world.
I have a little brother who's in the 7th grade right now at Hillel Hebrew Academy, and he's right now trying to decide which high schools to go to, and I'm strongly encouraging my parents to send him here to Beverly. Beverly is a wonderful school. It has a lot of opportunities. Anything you're interested in, it offers, from, technical arts, architecture, journalism, performing arts. You get the best of everything at Beverly Hills High School. And it's a good high school to step onto college from. I mean, I'm now, my freshman class is a class of around 1,600 students, and I didn't feel any difficulty adjusting to that size because Beverly, my graduating class was, I think, 500 students, and I really had no problems. I didn't feel lost or anything. The Beverly campus is a beautiful campus, and generally I've had, positive experiences here, and I've been very well prepared to move on to, an institution of higher learning such as Harvard University.
I'm Frank Mahan. I'm Technical Arts Department Chairman, and the area I teach is architecture. We have basically a beginning architecture course that's open to all students. It's a general education course, although we have some students that do go on into architecture as a field. We also teach commercial building design and advanced architecture, which is a very large residential design where the beginning was a design of a ski chalet, a beach house, or a lakeside cabin. We do everything from working drawings, models, presentation drawings, to renderings, as you'll see some examples of later on. Our students have done very well at the state fair, almost always winning one of the first place prizes in the last 25 years I have been here. We currently have been developing more computer-aided design stations.
I'm designing a shopping center. I've been drawing it on the computer-aided design station, which I've been using for the last 3 years. And this is a small shopping center with 4 shops. This here is a grocery store. The other 3 shops are a restaurant, a bookstore, and a laundromat.
Skills you learn on the drafting table, neatness, accuracy, lettering, lead to even things, improved handwriting and neatness and all. I've had all types of comments from parents about how that's changed in their student.
And my philosophy was if it was reasonably sound, if it was educational, and if it was meaningful, let this student try anything. Doctor, lawyer, Indian chief. We have kids in stockbrokers' offices. We have them in hospitals and veterinarians' offices, in lawyers' offices, tutoring in charitable institutions, and we've had them in the NBC helicopter.
I've always been interested in science, and they're really giving me the opportunity to get a hands-on, I get to do the actual tests, and I don't think a lot of kids are able to do that nowadays.
If your group has been working with 2 or 3 people, and the person who's been absent is back today, you need to let them know what their role is in the presentation and what you individually will be going outside and researching for their presentation. And then at the end of class, if we have some time, then I'll give you some time to work on your response journals that are also due at the end of the book. Tentatively, the date is set for your group presentations for December 12th. That's the Monday before Christmas break. And so you only have about a week and a half left to work on your presentations. So get a lot of work done today, okay? Okay, does everyone know what their role is? Yeah. Are you cooperating on a couple of the roles together, or does each person just have one role? Yeah, each one has the author and director because they're the same, kind of. But each person has one.
Hello, my name is Sunny Park, and I'm one of 13 new teachers here at Beverly Hills High School. I'm also one of 4 first-year teachers who have recently graduated from UCLA's Master's in Credential program. I'm excited to be a part of such a challenging and rewarding profession, and I'm also looking forward to a promising new year.
Hi, I'm Dave Stiles, Director of Media Services. The High School Media Center provides a television facility and 2 cable channels into Beverly Hills homes. Students in the TV classes learn how to do productions in the studio and in the field. Studio productions are 30-minute programs and student projects. Field productions are stories for Norman news and events like fashion shows, board meetings, and athletics. Students in the radio class produce radio format programs on the TV channel. All students are eligible for TV classes and media classes. The only requirements are enthusiastic participation and available time.
Stand by on 2. And take 2.
Here we go!